right, Abby, so you feel like you've reached a new peak in Atlanta.
I'm officially famous because I got special treatment at a very fancy place in Atlanta, or at least I think I got special treatment. Maybe I'm just reading too much into this. So my best friend from college and her boyfriend were in town, and there's been this one restaurant we've really, really wanted to go to because it's really big on Instagram. It's the Garden Room at the St. Regis. Have y'all seen photos?
No.
Oh my God, it looks like a magical fairy forest in there. It's got like lit up candles, and it feels like you're in a greenhouse, and there's foliage everywhere, and it's very like pink and girly.
Nice.
So I was at the St. Regis, and that's just not my vibe, to be honest with you, but I just happened to be invited to a lunch there when they were talking about building that thing, and it looked exquisite. It looked beautiful.
It's so stunning. Honestly, the food was pretty good too, but like the service was great. Like we had mentioned that we were a little cold, and then they like 5 minutes later brought me and my best friend these literal pashminas, so we didn't have to shiver in the restaurant. It was great. But before we had gone out to the restaurant, I told them what a vibe the St. Regis bar is, because it really is fun. Like you think it's going to be like this super like stuffy, stuck up old man bar where they're just drinking like whiskey and smoking cigars. But the St. Regis bar on like a Friday or Saturday is kind of a vibe. They got a DJ. There's lots of people. Sometimes people are watching the game.
Really?
There's out of towners. It's really,
I
really
didn't know
fun.
that.
I am surprised by that.
Granted, it's a little expensive,
Yeah, it
but
is.
if you're going and you're going to put it on your best friend's boyfriend's tab, then, you know, it's not too bad of a time. So I was a little bit nervous about the time that we were showing up, because typically I like to get there just early enough to where you can secure a bar seat so you can sit and mingle with all the other rich people at the bar and kind of get to know like why they're there. Are they on vacation? Are they cheating on their wife here? It's like a really fun time.
Everybody's got a story. man.
Everyone's got a story. So we got there a little bit late, and as we're pulling up, I can see that there's like people rolling in and out. I'm like, oh my God, we're not going to be able to get a seat at the bar. What are we going to do? And I'm kind of like, I'm a little upset in this moment, but we pull up to the host, and he checks our IDs, obviously, because I still look 12, even though I have my full face of makeup on. And he gets kind of like this little twinkle in his eye, and he goes, I have just the seat for y'all. I'm like, oh, well, we were just hoping to get in. Like, I thought we were going to be standing in the back corner, like twiddling our thumbs, but whatever. And so he grabs us all and, you know, pulls us into the main section of the bar. And there's kind of two different rooms at the St. Regis. So there's one where there's a bar, and that's typically where the DJ is, and lots of tables. And then there's a front room where it's more lounge seating, like it's tables and couches, and it feels a little bit more intimate. And there's this massive screen where people are watching a game in there. And he, I kid you not, rolls up to the lounge seating that is in the very front of the room, prime seating in front of the TV, and it has a reserved sign on it. He plucks the reserve sign off of the couch seating and goes, this table is for y'all now. And I go, what? And I was like, wait a second, you guys. I think he knows I'm a niche internet micro influencer because now he's sitting us down in this front row seat. He must know I'm on the Bert show, and that's why he just removed this reserve sign. Like he's kicking out whoever reserved this seating so we can sit here and enjoy whatever game was on. I didn't care. I just wanted like a place to sit.
Yeah.
And not only that, but like as we're enjoying our meal, my best friend, or not our meal, we're enjoying our cocktails. She looks over to the table to the right of us, and she goes, Abby, I think that's a Real Housewife. And I'm like, no, like there's no way. I'm like, well, it is the St. Regis, and this is kind of like the place you would think you might see a Real Housewife. And I kind of look to the right, and I go, I think you're right. I think that is a Real Housewife. And then I go, wait, no. That's not Nene Leakes. Because how I remember Nene Leakes is with that pixie cut. She had like that bright blonde hair. I picture her as Glee Nene Leakes with the short hair. And so I'm like, well, why don't we pull her up on Instagram and see if that's her? So then she pulls up Nene Leakes' Instagram, and sure enough, she's got the same blonde wig on. And I'm like, oh my God, I think that's Nene Leakes. And so I'm sitting here, I'm like, not only did we get front row seating at the St. Regis, and we got to steal somebody's reserved seating, but they put us at the table next to Real Housewives superstar Nene Leakes. And all I got to say is, I know my head is looking a little big these days, but I'm trying to keep it in check for you guys because I think I've reached a new peak of Atlanta superstardom.
Humility is becoming a little harder.
It's a little difficult, but you know, these days we just got to get through the day as we can.
Did you figure out if they reserved the reserve sign, or if they removed it because you're on the show?
No, this is just the narrative I'm telling myself.
You don't ask, right?
You
You just run with it.
Listen, allow me to draw my own conclusions, to live in my own delusion.
Okay, we can go with that.
This is how we get through life, Bert.
That's fine.
The Bert Show.